Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you all so much for being here. I know that your presence means the world to Bill. We both know that many of you took time off from the important work you do in order to be with us. I'd also like to thank Bill's and my families for their support, even during our physical absence when we were away from Southern California working in other places. And I especially want to thank our 4 children, Chris, Nick, Lexi, and Danny, who have always graciously shared their dad with his demanding professional work. Chris is over here, and the others are down over here. When I first heard about the prospect of our coming to Cal State LA, it was difficult for me not to get very, very excited. Bill and I had been away from Southern California for more than 25 years. And the thought of coming home to Los Angeles, the area where I grew up and where I always felt I belonged, was thrilling, to say the least. As Bill's candidacy to be president progressed, I began to learn more about Cal State LA. And the more I learned, the harder it became to keep my hopes in check. A campus with views of the beautiful San Gabriel Mountains, located a few short miles from downtown, Cal State LA has a proud history spanning nearly 7 decades. Its resources and accomplishments include, but are not limited to, the following: an impressive fine arts complex, which we're all enjoying today, a state-of-the-art forensic science facility, distinction in sea-floor engineering, the development of vehicles powered by alternative energies, a dedicated sports complex, the first Chicano Studies Department in the U.S., a dynamic health services center with its own dentist, optometrist, chiropractor, psychiatrist, and, get this, massage therapist. I think even the faculty have access to that massage therapy as well, so keep it in mind. We have an on-site commuter train station, a highly rated nursing graduate program, an EDD program, as well as a joint PhD in special education. An early entrance program for gifted students, several of whom began their studies in their pre-teen years. I'm even told that one student began at the age of 9 and graduated at 15. And the development of a brand new television, film, and media complex. So excited about that. We've got a public high school for the arts, a high school for math and science that's a charter school, the Pat Brown Institute for Public Affairs, a devotion to community service, a vibrant and diverse student body, a world-class faculty, dedicated staff, and accomplished alumni that include some of the most notable artists, writers, athletes, educators, law enforcement officers, and political and business leaders of our time. What's not to love? You truly are golden eagles. I was bowled over to learn all this about Cal State LA, and I wanted very much to become a part of what goes on here. I learned from my father's example to dream big and to get ahead of myself. So I secretly saw us here from early on in the search process. Even though the far more level-headed Bill has attempted to teach me over the years never to count those proverbial unhatched chickens. Needless to say, now that we are here, I and Bill could not be more delighted about being at Cal State LA. Set on a bluff overlooking the greater Los Angeles region, Cal State LA is like its mascot's nest, the golden eagle's eyrie built in the sky, where golden eggs are nurtured and hatched. When I heard that for many years there had not been a first spouse at Cal State LA, my mind did a little happy dance. I thought, I've got this. All I need to be is better than nothing. You know? So, joking aside, I want you to know that I am committed to this campus. With Bill, I will be out in the community spreading the word about this great university, helping him to develop new partnerships, and offering our support wherever it's needed. Also, given my work in the mental health field as a hypnotherapist, I'm initiating a campaign to make sure our students know that Cal State LA is a caring community. Our students have complex, challenging lives, and helping to increase their capacity for success is a priority for all of us. With the impressive resources of our Student Health Center in view, Bill and I will be actively promoting Cal State LA's dedication to helping students manage the stress that can sometimes stand in the way of their academic performance and overall well-being. Now that I've told you about our commitment to you, I want briefly to say a few words about the man you hired as president. I know he's been looking forward to this part. This puts me in a delicate situation since my view of Bill can hardly be considered objective. But for tricky situations such as this, the oft-heard advice to simply speak from the heart is good to follow. Bill doesn't know what I'm about to say, so please don't think he asked me to say any of it. My late father, upon observing Bill's habits and ways of being, would sometimes turn to me and say, "You married a saint." Well, I agree that that sounds like an inflated claim. So you should know that whenever he said it, my father actually meant it not only as a compliment to Bill, but also as a little dig at me. He's had to be a saint, I think, to tolerate some of the things we've been through. Before I met Bill, he was already widely recognized as an innovative classroom teacher who showed students how to bust out of the ideological constraints that even academia can sometimes impose, so that they could find their own creative and unique voices, and to do so in a way that brought them pleasure and joy. This value on his part led to his first book, The Art of Wondering, which he wrote sitting at a folding card table in a small rental unit only steps from Illinois' Burlington Northern train tracks. When a train came roaring past, it was a little bit like the old I Love Lucy episode, in which the turbulence of the passing choo-choo sends the furniture skating across the floor to the other side of the room. The Art of Wondering, like Bill's subsequent books, also exemplifies for students how to find and use their unique voices. Throughout his career, Bill has remained strongly focused on the self-actualization of students, the reason that any university exists. Bill has been committed to the California State University system for 15 years and to higher education for nearly 40 years. Over the 28 years I've known Bill, I've had the pleasure and honor of observing his commitment to academic life. Always hardworking and conscientious, always driven by a desire to do good, always striving to meet the unique needs of each institution he serves. Bill has been not only a professor and scholar of rhetoric, but also a scholar administrator. I say scholar in the same breath with administrator because Bill has always treated his role as a leader with the utmost respect for the obligation not only to keep informed about governing trends, issues, and problems in higher education, but also to be an active participant in shaping higher education. Many have trouble wedding the ideas of a scholar and an administrator, and some even wrongly look upon administrators as detached officials who've traded real and significant university work for something less relevant. Bill was troubled when, in 2000, he became dean of the College of Arts and Letters at Florida Atlantic University, and was turned into, as he put it, a the, as in the dean. But he needn't have worried. I saw that he could never become a mere the to those with whom he worked. Bill has always been a colleague to those he's led. He's always given personal and caring attention to the fellow administrators, professors, department chairs, instructors, staff members, everyone who so devotedly serves the universities where he's worked. And I know he will continue this model of stewardship and deliver on its promise even more effectively, given the wisdom he's gained over his long experience in academia. I can't promise you that you will agree with every decision Bill ever makes, but I can promise you that each decision he makes will come only after he's heard and weighed multiple perspectives on the issue, and only in response to what he sees as the best way to continue to enhance the success of this marvelous university. Thank you so much for doing Bill the honor of entrusting him with your special campus.